I would like, if I could, for a moment here, just reflect for today's reflection on this past Sunday's gospel, the story of the leper that comes forth and asks Jesus, or says to Jesus, "If you wish, you can make me clean." And I bring this up because, of course, on one level, Jesus did heal this man from this debilitating skin disorder, a disorder that would have alienated him from the worshiping and social community of Israel and would have marginalized him, taken him from the very life source of the worshiping community. So marginalized and alienated, he comes forth not just longing to have his leprosy filled, but longing to return to the communal life so that he no longer experiences this alienation. And this great request, "If you wish, you can make me clean." And I bring this up because on another level, I think that that's fundamentally what many of us are really saying. Either when we go to confession, or we come before God, or we come to a priest in search of counseling or spiritual direction. And even if it's none of those things, all of us on some level are calling out, "If you wish, you can make me clean." Because on some level, we all feel like we've been alienated from God. We've been alienated from Jesus Christ. Even those of us who seem to really have a great relationship with God wish it was better, but we feel that there's something holding us back. And that thing holding us back is precisely what we call out when we say, "If you wish, you can make me clean." And in some way, and this is going to sound a little odd, we feel dirty inside. We feel unclean. We feel unworthy, if you will, of God's love. Well, what I'm going to suggest today is that, first of all, the leper would have never met him, would have never came forth if he wasn't sick. So it was precisely through this infirmity that Jesus Christ encounters the leper, and so I think it is with us. We all experience infirmities in our own lives, spiritually speaking and physiological speaking. We suffer from anxiety. We suffer from depression. Many of us have addictions to all kinds of things that hold us back from living the life of freedom and love that we truly wish. Some of us are suffering from a life that didn't quite turn out the way it was supposed to. Some of us are suffering from the infirmities of a divided family, divided friendships, of broken marriages, broken relationships, all these things that we carry with us that cause a level of infirmity or disease in us. Notice the word dis-ease. We are not at ease. We all have our, quote, infirmities. Well, I think we use these infirmities as a reason not to draw closer to God when it's precisely the opposite. I think God sees these infirmities as what I'm going to call sacred infirmities. Just as he saw the leper, not in spite of his leprosy, but including his leprosy, the whole person, he sees us and our addictions, our failing, our diseases, our depression, our anxiety, our broken relationships, all these things. And then he says, as Mark says in the gospel, moved with pity, he reaches out to us. And so we call out to Christ this week, and as we go out to Lent, God, life is beating me up. I'm really getting kicked around here. I know I am moved with pity for you. What a powerful thing, a God that's moved with pity for us. God, life has been tough. My relationships, both family and friendships, have been really wearing on me. I know I am moved with pity for you. Jesus, I can't quite overcome this addiction. It's wearing on me. It's really taking its toll on me. I don't know what to do. I know, I hear you, I am moved with pity for you. I suffer from anxiety and depression, and this pandemic is really, really dragging me down. It's hard to even get up in the morning sometimes. I know, I hear you, I am moved with pity for you. And then finally, Jesus Christ, if we surrender all these things to us, he crosses that line of alienation. He crosses that line of marginalization, just like he did to the leper, and he touches us precisely where our infirmities exist, on that deepest and most profound level, and he heals us if we're open to it. And then, having experienced this powerful healing presence of Jesus Christ, we allow that to sort of pulse through us. And then as Christians, as other Christs, we go out and we extend our hand to those who are infirm, those who are struggling in the world. So many of us look at the world and all we see is sin. Well, I tend to look at the world, and I think we should look at the world and see people that are struggling just like us, people with infirmities similar to ours. Even if they're not exactly the same, our infirmities meet their infirmities, and healing opportunities ensue. Having been healed by Jesus Christ, I now cross borders and margins and all these things that keep me from the other, and I extend that same healing touch of Jesus Christ, knowing that he has pity on the other just as much as he does to us. The relationships begin to be built back up, and healing takes place once again because we surrendered our own infirmities to Jesus Christ, and we know that he longs to heal us. May God's love be with you always. Have a holy and blessed Lent, and I hope to see you all very soon. God bless.